Welcome back to another episode of Jacksonville Buzz's Buzzworthy Businesses. I'm Steve Strum, sitting here next to me with Lazaro Toledo from Elite Mortgage Advisors. How you doing, man?
I'm good, Steve, and thank you for having me as well.
Thanks for coming. I know we were talking a little bit offset.
Yeah.
You're in the mortgage world.
Yes.
You own your mortgage company.
Yes.
Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
being a business owner.
Thank you.
A little bit challenging in the mortgage world the last couple of years, but things are getting better.
Yeah. It's been we were talking these last couple of months probably been the best 2 months I've had in the 3+ years that I've done this, and I think part of that is because homes are sitting in the market a little bit longer, so it helps buyers negotiate better deals for themselves.
So the folks that are watching us,
Yeah.
a lot of times they go, okay, mortgage got it, tracking, house got it, tracking. I need to buy one of those, and you're the guy with the money.
Yeah.
So what makes your firm a little bit different, knowing that you're helping people facilitate the financing of what is the largest purchase potentially of their lives?
Yeah, it's a good question. So, what we do, a lot of people do it, right? Now, I think what sets me apart, my company apart, is we want to give them the best advice possible. It doesn't matter if it benefits us or not, right? The whole point, it benefits them as the buyer, their situation, what they're looking for, what their goal is, right? We ask what your goal is, what's your game plan, and we give you the best advice based on that.
So where does that make you guys a differentiator in the marketplace? Like, walk me through what that means to a consumer. So
Yeah.
I don't know mortgages very well.
Okay.
I don't know houses very well. That's literally my wife's department.
Yeah.
In my other world, in the financial services industry, you give me $1 million in a pie chart, I know exactly what to do. You put me in front of a $300,000 mortgage, I'm a puddle.
Okay.
So when you say the different options, the different advice, what are some of the things that you help your potential clients and customers avoid when you're talking about this mortgage business?
Yeah, so every company is different. So being a mortgage broker, you have options, right? So for example, an option could be kind of like car insurance. We were talking about that too, where Progressive tells you something, Geico tells you something else, right? State Farm, whatever. So in our case, we get a bunch of numbers from all these different lenders, see who offers the best deal for that situation. So that's one way we save consumers money. Another way is there's certain deals that maybe the broker world is not the best, and maybe going to a bank it is better. And I say, hey, this is a better situation. Go to the bank. They'll take care of you better than we can.
So what does a broker do that's different than a banker? Because you all have money. It's all the same color.
Right. So
hopefully the check clears.
Yeah, so I think options is one, right? Just have more options. Banks is kind of, you have to fit their model, where we can make whatever your situation is fit, our model essentially. And with brokers, you have, I think, lower costs. We're going to a bank because they got to pay support staff, marketing costs, all that stuff. We're all commission based on our end. There's really no marketing costs that these lenders do, right? Any marketing cost comes out of my pocket, personally.
Gotcha.
So I think that helps lower the costs for consumers as well.
So if you had somebody watching this show and they are thinking about buying a house, right?
Okay.
Now, we are in North Florida,
Yep.
and your business is predominantly in the North Florida area.
Yep.
And they're like, gosh, we came out of COVID. Somehow it's 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right?
I know.
So
Feels like
we're
it was
out of
yesterday.
COVID. Technically, it's part of our new right? Our new normal. And they're sitting there going, man, is it time for me to buy a house?
Yeah.
What are you seeing in the trends in the marketplace with real estate sales? You'd mentioned it's kind of become a buyer's market.
Yeah.
But then also from the mortgage world, like, hey, I got a pre-approval. I went online, 3 o'clock in the morning, got pre-approved $1 million to make $100,000 a year, no problem.
Yeah.
Those can be dangerous.
Correct.
So talk to us a little bit about the market, and then talk to us a little bit about when you get that pre-approval. There's a difference between a pre-approval and one that's actually going to make its way through to closing.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about the buyer's market.
Okay. So I think in this market, you'll see buyers are negotiating seller concessions, right? So their closing costs are being covered by the sellers majority of the time, whether it's full or part of it, but that helps save you out-of-pocket expenses.
And then let's talk about the pre-approval letter. So
So
the pre-approval letter, they're not all pre-approval letters are not written the same.
Correct.
Is that a good way to say that? I think
Yeah,
that's
exactly what I was
the
thinking.
president might have quoted that.
Yeah.
That's like Roosevelt.
Yeah, they're definitely not the same. So, you really have to trust the person you're working with, because at the end of the day, I say this to buyers, it doesn't matter what I say, what another LO realtor says, it doesn't matter. We can all lie, even though we're not meaning to lie to you, right? Because the pre-approval letters are based on the information we put in the system. So if we figure a number, or maybe we misinterpreted something correctly, then it spits out an accurate pre-approval letter. So that's why it's important to trust who you're working with and make sure that they understand and have the knowledge to help you out.
Gotcha. So that way, because if you're going to give me $400,000 to go buy a house, I really hope that the bag of money shows up on the closing day.
Right.
That might be a problem. Because there's a whole series of events, like my family's moving, my kids are going to be, we're going to be in this school. My wife's already like, this is where we're going to put the, the couch in the living room. And then all of a sudden we get to the table and you're like, what we meant to say was you need another $50,000.
Correct. And I've heard those stories. I've heard those.
Yeah, you can't take the $50,000 out of the other account, because if you take the $50,000 out of that account, then you won't be approved over here.
Yeah.
So it puts you in like this box of pain.
Yeah. And I'll tell you a quick story. Is when I first started, he was a self-employed business owner, right? Owning his own business. His tax returns, he sent them to me, and he was making about $12,000 a year, right after write-offs. So that's the only income we can use, the $12,000. And it took the previous LO that he was working with 3 months to figure that out. And I'm brand new. I just send me your tax returns. Let me look at it. And within a minute or two of him sending that to me, I'm like, yeah, dude, you're making $1,000 a month. Like, think about what bank is gonna lend you any money to buy a house? We're making $1,000 a month.
Right, when your mortgage is $1,500.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't work out so good.
Yeah.
So as we take this away, what's that one thing that you want to leave with the folks who might be tuning into this, going, man, you know what? I need to call Toledo.
I think with me, you're gonna get honest feedback, right? I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, and I think there's every problem has a solution, and we can figure that solution out, right, to that problem, where other people might not put in that work, right? Because some solutions are short term, but others might be 6, 12 months, and you really need to work on it.
So you go that extra mile to earn that.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. So as we take it away, super appreciate you being here today. But as great as you are, we can't do it without these guys. Guys, if you love the episode, share the episode. Remember to check the little button down there that looks like share. And remember to always live with gratitude.